First day the rich mom brought you home, the fake young master tried to turn the whole family against you. He figured a poor kid like you would be totally lost, but what he didn't expect was that you didn't panic at all, you just shut him up cold. Hold on bro, I'm not staying in a guest room. You don't have to keep showing me all this. I just need to know where my room and the bathroom are. That's it right then? Ryan suddenly spotted someone, so her voice cracked like she was about to cry. How could you say that to him? I just wanted him to settle into this family faster and know everything about it. A cold, clear voice came from behind Ellie. What happened? Jordan wiped his face with both hands and said pitifully, "Oh sis, you're back?" "No, it's nothing. He didn't say anything wrong. He's actually really good to me." Claire glanced you up and down. "So you're the boy they just took back, and didn't your dad ever teach you any manners? I really don't get why mom and dad decided to bring you back since my sister put it that way. I'll make it up to her the same way Ryan welcomed me with that." You grabbed Claire's hand and started forcing a tour from the first room on the second floor. By the time she caught on, you had already shown her 5 rooms. "Shut up. Stop wasting my time," hearing that you made a fist with your right hand and held it up like a microphone right next to Claire's mouth. "Mom, were you being sincere just now? You sure you won't take that back?" Claire was so mad she stormed downstairs. Not long after, she came back upstairs with mom, dad, and the second sister. Everyone's face looked grim. "Evan, what did you do to make Claire so upset?" "You had no interest in wasting words with them, Mom." "Dad, I know talking won't clear this up. I want to pull up all the camera footage from the second floor." Jordan never expected you to say that. His face went white instantly, so he jumped in right away. "Mom, Dad, don't be mad, he just got back. He probably hasn't figured out how to handle his emotions, yet I'm handling them just fine. If you don't pull the footage right now, I'll just leave this house and post online that I got kicked out on my very first day. Back, let the internet be the judge." The moment he heard online, Dad immediately ordered the staff behind him. "Bring us the footage from just now." Then you spoke up. "Oh, come on, I'm brand new to this house, I don't know my way around. Who knows if the staff might tamper with it? Wouldn't it be better if we just go look ourselves?" Dad got so annoyed at that comment, he snapped, "Fine. Let's settle this right now. We'll all go to the security room together. And if it turns out to be your fault, you owe this entire family an apology." "Sure, no problem." "Wow, way to go, Dad." Meanwhile, Jordan was shaking with fear. As they walked, he suddenly fainted. Claire, who was hiding behind them, gasped. Everyone turned around at the sound. Claire pointed at you furiously and said, "You're nothing but bad luck." The moment you showed up, Jordan, who has always been healthy, just passed out. You fired back with some serious sass. Wow, what perfect timing for him to faint. Looks like some sickly drama queen straight out of a soap opera. And someone who has always been perfectly healthy, suddenly collapsing, that's way too obviously fake. Can't everyone see his eyes moving under his lids? Go ahead, check his eyelids. A person's eyes look totally different when they're actually unconscious versus just pretending. Hearing this, everyone started giving Jordan suspicious looks. Jordan heard your words and his heart started pounding, but he kept up the act anyway. Then you said with fake concern, "Mom, it's fine, let's go check the footage first." You can just call the family doctor. The family doctor will probably just say he's fine anyway. Unless, of course, the doctor's been bribed. Then they'll make up something that sounds serious, but is actually nothing. Evan, how can you suspect your own brother like this? Can't help it, I only met him today. Being a little suspicious is only natural anyway. Hurry up and call the family doctor once that's done. We still need to check the footage. Even though Dad despised you, he still called the doctor. "Mom, come look at the footage with me." "Evan, let go." Mom needs to watch over Jordan first. Mia was getting a bit impatient. "Trust me, you're not a doctor. You don't even know where the footage is if you don't take me now. I'll just leave this house except for Jordan, who was still passed out." The whole family gathered in the security room, Dad said darkly. "Pull up the second floor footage from the last half hour." Soon enough, Jordan and you appeared on screen. It clearly showed Jordan carefully showing you around. Claire said sarcastically, "See, Jordan is completely innocent." "Got anything else to say for yourself?" You simply replied, "Let's just stick to the facts." No need for commentary, I hope you'll be more reasonable, sis. Over 20 minutes had passed, and Jordan was still showing you rooms nobody needed. Everyone's expression started turning awkward. Then they heard your voice cutting Jordan off. Then they watched Jordan get all sulky and start talking in that fake crying voice. Next came your calm reply. Then Jordan for some reason started wiping his face. Trying to defend himself for no clear reason, Dad still had sharp eyes. He realized his adopted son wasn't nearly as innocent as he seemed after everything they just watched. Jordan's sudden fainting felt way too convenient. No one could believe he actually passed out from illness. Mom probably still hadn't caught on to her adopted son's tricks, but she knew she had wronged you. "Evan, I'm sorry, Mom shouldn't have doubted you earlier." Then she rubbed her nose, looking a bit awkward. "Sorry about that, little bro." Everyone was about to leave and get back to their own business when a maid knocked on the security room door and said, "Sir, Mom, Miss Claire. The family doctor has arrived. Young Master Jordan still hasn't woken up." Miss Claire asked me to gather everyone. Dad's expression turned grim. He was curious to see what tricks this kid would pull next. "Let's go take a look." Everyone soon arrived at Jordan's room. The family doctor had gentle, warm features, looking just like the devoted love interest from some cheesy CEO drama, so you couldn't help muttering, "Right, so a woman this pretty and single, if she has feelings for Jordan, she'll probably come up with all kinds of weird diagnoses for him, making something out of nothing." Dad, who was standing nearby, happened to overhear that. The young female doctor said with visible worry, "Sir, Mom, young master." His fainting was caused by extreme emotional stress. which led to reduced blood flow to the brain. I'd like to know if something happened to upset the young master this badly. You said bluntly without holding back. Yep, just as expected, a diagnosis you can spin either way. Are you the son they just took back and maybe you don't understand this kind of condition? But I hope you won't judge our profession from an outsider's point of view. Dr. Claire said calmly. You let out a sigh and pulled a few feathers off a decoration hanging in the room, then said to her, since that's how it is, Doc, I hope you won't regret this. Today I'm basically a miracle worker. With those words, you walked straight over to Jordan and started brushing the feather back and forth against his bare feet. Then you grabbed his arm and told everyone he's awake. He's just pretending to sleep, and you can never wake someone who is only pretending. Though he's probably clenching every muscle in his body just to keep from laughing at the tickling. Mom placed her hand on Jordan's arm too and noticed his muscles were indeed tense. Nothing like the relaxed state of someone actually unconscious, so she nodded at Dad. His face darkened and his voice carried a warning. Son, since you're still my adopted child, I'll let today's mess slide. But if you keep faking it, he'll have no choice but to send you away. They waited a moment, but Jordan still didn't respond. Mom, Dad, this is too much. Claire rushed forward trying to stop them. But her foot slipped and she landed hard right on Jordan's stomach. Seeing that, you gave a thumbs up and said, turns out Sis is the real miracle worker here. The doctor sensed trouble and quickly spoke up. Young master, please don't go too far. A hit that hard would wake anyone up. You pulled out your phone and said, man, you're impossible to reason with. Dad, I think this doctor isn't skilled enough. I checked and there's a top hospital just 2 kilometers from here. Let's drive him there for a full checkup. I refuse to believe you liars can keep up this act any longer. The moment Jordan heard about a real hospital, he panicked and opened his teary eyes. Mom, Dad, I think I just didn't get enough sleep last night. That's why I passed out. What happened? My stomach hurts a bit. Evan is right. Jordan, let's get you to the hospital. Fainting isn't something to take lightly. Mom spoke softly, but there was no room for argument. Jordan put on his caring family act. It's fine, I'm okay. You waved your phone. I already called 911. The ambulance from the top hospital is already downstairs. Let's go. A few of the sturdier maids stepped forward and picked Jordan up. Jordan struggled wildly in panic. Dad's eyes darkened. He gave the panicked doctor a meaningful look, then headed downstairs. Meanwhile, you took the chance to head back to your adoptive father's place to grab a few things. When you got back and stepped through the front door, you heard crying inside. Sobbing, Mom, Dad, it's just because Evan came back. That I panicked. I've never acted spoiled or thrown tantrums before. I hope you can give me one more chance. I'll really try to get along with him. Mom sounded a bit angry. Jordan, I raised you like my own son since you were little. I taught you how to treat people right. And what you did today really crossed a line. Jordan, you're grown now and Evan just got back. Maybe things feel unfamiliar and you've never even met your birth father. Why don't you spend a few days visiting him? He immediately burst into tears. But Mom, you've been by my side my whole life. Every step of my growing up, you were there for... To me, you're the closest person I have. You'll visit my birth father too, and I'll take care of him when he's older. But I still feel more at home here, having me stay with some stranger uncle. Would probably feel really awkward for me the moment he finished. You translated bluntly, no way I'm going back. That broke down. Family can't compare to living here every day is fun and full of luxury. Going back means dropping down a class instantly, you added carelessly. It's fine, Mom, just let him stay here. Jordan heard that and saw that Mom and Dad weren't objecting anymore. He finally relaxed. Everyone else didn't show any dissatisfaction, but they had already started thinking more clearly, quietly. The years of affection for Jordan started fading. Back in your room, you changed into your comfy home clothes, then pulled up the trashy drama you were binging on your tablet. Soon there was a knock at the door. You saw Claire and Evan standing outside, clearly wanting to smooth things over with you. Hey little bro, what are you up to right now, watching a show? We actually have a huge home theater room on this floor. Wanna come watch it with us? Hearing that, you nodded and grabbed some snacks. The three of you soon reached the theater room. Claire set up the equipment, then clicked search and asked, hey, what show are you watching? I'll pull it up for you. You said the name of a trashy drama. You two might not be able to handle it, it's fine. They both said at the same time. So the three of you sat down on the couch, staring at the huge screen that took up an entire wall. You never expected the two sisters to actually get into this trashy stuff. At a dramatic peak in the show, Claire angrily shoved a handful of chips into her mouth and cursed, unbelievable, what a horrible person. Not long after, Claire's voice rang out, oh no, the chips are gone. You pulled a few bags of spicy strips out of your snack bag and handed one to Claire. Try these. Claire had lived her whole life without ever trying spicy strips. Staring at the bright red packaging, she opened it hesitantly and squeezed one out through the wrapper. She took a small bite. That's actually really good. Evan curiously grabbed a bag too, tore it open and started devouring it, while the two sisters had grease all over their mouths, totally absorbed in the show. Jordan pushed open the theater room door. She forced a smile and said, sis, what you guys watching? Evan said, just watching an online drama. Jordan immediately got sarcastic. Were you having to sit through some pointless show just to keep Evan company? If you two have stuff to do, go ahead, I'll keep him company. Oh, come on, stop talking. I couldn't hear that last part. Claire was right at the exciting part when she got interrupted, and she was clearly annoyed. Could you please leave and shut the door? The light out there is way too bright. You turned your head away and ignored him. Claire was getting impatient. Jordan, just go already. It's seriously too bright. Jordan saw that neither of them even glanced his way, their eyes glued to the screen. He shot you one last resentful look before storming out of the theater room and slamming the door hard. After hours of binging the trashy drama, Claire and Evan were completely fired up, totally hyped and buzzing, right? Then someone knocked on the door again. Miss Claire, Mr. Evan Young. Master Jordan, dinner is ready. Sir and Mom want you all downstairs to eat, let's go. Let's go eat well, come back and finish watching after. Claire was so hooked she figured they could finish over 20 episodes today. When the three of you got downstairs, you noticed an extra seat at the dinner table. Sitting in that seat was a woman with a commanding presence and a somewhat stern expression. Big sis, you're back, you sounded a bit surprised. She was your oldest sister. Everyone called her Sister Diana. This is our brother Evan. Evan introduced everyone to each other. Diana glanced at you coolly and indifferently, then said nothing more. Instead, she asked, where's Jordan? Why wasn't he called for dinner for a moment? Evan's smile froze on his face. He had expected his oldest sister to not just ignore him, but not even respond at all. Dad glanced at his eldest daughter, his mouth clearly tightening with displeasure. Mom noticed the tension in the air and quickly asked, why hasn't Jordan come down yet? The maid looked visibly uncomfortable. She glanced at you, seeming hesitant to speak. After a long pause, she seemed to work up the courage to say something. You cut her off first. She's about to say Jordan is in a bad mood and has no appetite. She'll say it looking really upset. Then she'll steer everyone toward wondering why he's upset and connect it to me coming home today. Saying that's why he's upset, pinning the whole thing on me. Dad, who instinctively wanted to defend Jordan, looked at the maid with cool eyes. Diana dropped her calm expression and stood up smoothly. Dad, what are you talking about? How could you treat Jordan like that? Diana gave you a fake smile, scoffing in disdain. You sure know your tricks. You don't go easy on him at all. Easy? How exactly? Walk me through it. Diana sneered. You just got back. And you've already scared Jordan out of even coming to dinner? I just got back and don't even know what's going on. But you managed to win over Mom, Dad, and even Claire and Mia. And you say you have no tricks up your sleeve. You shot right back. First of all, I'm part of this family, right? If I get love from Mom, Dad, and my siblings, that just proves they're good to me. Why does that make me scheming? Do I not deserve my own family's love second as someone being considered as heir? Jumping to conclusions without checking facts. And just condemning me outright if the company found out about this. I'd make sure you paid for it. Lastly, you and Jordan aren't even related by blood. The way you're defending him makes me question your real feelings. Sounds like you want some epic romance with your adopted brother, Dad. Did you hear what he just said? Diana looked completely offended. Then Mom suddenly spoke up. Honey, Diana could use more real-world experience. Why not send her on that overseas project? Dad instantly understood what his wife meant and agreed. Fine, this girl really does need some toughening up. Diana was stunned. She never expected the parents who spoiled her to turn on her like this over a son they just took in, so she backpedaled. Sorry, little bro, I shouldn't have snapped at Mom and Dad without knowing the full story. I just got back from a business trip, and that project in country takes at least 3 years to finish. I want to be here with you guys, not gone that long. But Mom was surprisingly firm, grabbing her hand and saying, Diana, listen to me. Mom just wants you to grow. And if you miss us, well, fly out to see you all the time. Claire tried to ease the tension. Come on, let's just eat. Since Sis is taking that project, let's have a family meal. We might not see her as much after this, but Diana just wouldn't let it go. What kind of family is it if I'm not even here? Dad slammed his hand on the table. Furious, he pointed at Diana, gritting his teeth. Well, look at you. Trying to make me drop dead from anger. Diana got mad too. Fine, I won't eat then, and stormed upstairs. Jordan was worried you might feel down over Diana, so he tried to cheer you up. Sitting next to you, he said, Evan, that thing about Diana liking Jordan sounds so dramatic. You've been watching too many soap operas. You played along. Yeah, super dramatic. And if this keeps going like a drama while we're all down here eating, there's nobody upstairs to keep him company, so someone should go comfort him. And comforting usually means hugging, and next thing you know, they're kissing. The moment they heard that Mom and Dad bolted upstairs, just as you, Claire, and Evan headed up too, a loud slap echoed from upstairs. Dad, let me explain. Claire suddenly got a bad feeling. Oh, no way. When you all reached Jordan's room, you found Diana standing in front of Jordan like some devoted lover. Diana said without a shred of shame, Mom, Dad, you said it yourselves. Jordan isn't related to me by blood, so what's wrong with me liking him? Everything's wrong with it. You raised him like a little brother, and now you're in love with him. That's just messed up. Nothing messed up about it at all. Maybe after hiding it for so long, being caught out of nowhere actually gave Diana some kind of thrill. What do you even know? I've been looking after Jordan since he was little. I've prayed more than once, hoping he wasn't actually my blood relative. I've been holding this in for so long. Wow, sounds like you've been really struggling. Ever thought about seeing a therapist? And you're at least a few years older than him, which means you got ahead in school and work before he even started. Guess you had way too much free time to fall for your own brother. Mom, Dad, I didn't want this either, but I just fell hopelessly for Jordan. I've tried to let it go, but he's always been so good to me. I just can't. She looked at her parents, desperate for approval. Jordan was already in tears. Diana. So this is how you actually saw me. Caught up in the drama, you started breaking it down out loud. So every time you almost gave up, Jordan probably gave you that innocent vibe. Like he had feelings for you too, and threw in some touches that crossed the sibling line. Diana said nothing, but the way her eyes darted away said it all. Jordan's face went pale, hearing that Mom rushed forward and slapped him hard, but Diana threw herself between them. Taking the hit on her own face for Jordan afterward, there was a bright red mark on Diana's cheek. A drop of blood even ran from the corner of her mouth. Dad grew colder with every word after that. You're leaving for that overseas project tonight. Don't bother coming back until it's done. Don't pack anything, the staff will send your things over. Diana had no choice but to grit her teeth and nod. Find Dad, I'll get this project done. Right then you called out, wait. Everyone turned to look at you. You put on a troubled expression. Mom, Dad, can I talk to you two alone? Diana glared at you, daggers. What are you scheming now? Isn't it enough that you've already taken Jordan from me? Even Evan couldn't just watch anymore. Sis, maybe you should cool it, Dad. And Mom hesitated for a moment, but still followed you to the third floor study. Mom looked a bit confused. Sweetie, is there something you want to tell your dad and me? You got straight to the point, Mom, Dad. I don't think you should send Diana overseas. This time Mom asked with a hint of annoyance in her voice. Why not? You spoke up based on all your drama watching experience. Think about it. If you force Diana and Jordan apart, now she might never get over him. Not getting what she wants could make it worse if she comes back one day. Still in love with Jordan Shell, definitely hold a grudge against you two over this. She might even come to resent you and Dad won't be young forever. Diana could seize control of the company, then push you both out. And by then you'd have no power and nothing left to say. Both parents' faces changed. So what should we do? Then this is just my opinion. Take it as you will, you could tell her. If she ever gets with Jordan for real, you'll cut her off completely. And this can't just be a threat. You need to actually follow through. Like taking away her power in the company, freezing her accounts. And making it public, won't that be a bit much? You explained. This could shake Diana into facing reality, or it could make Jordan realize he can't handle a sister who isn't really his sister anymore. Either way, it'll show her Jordan's true colors. Of course, this is just my suggestion. Maybe they're actually meant to be. If that's really the case, then just wait it out a few years. And if their feelings haven't changed by then, let them be together. Mom turned to look at Dad. He thought it over. That could work, but Diana has to move out. You added, but wherever you put Jordan, you can't let Diana find out or hell just become a plot twist. And then they'll have to get married. Eventually, the couple made their decision. The three of you went back to Jordan's room. Jordan was already a mess of tears, his whole body trembling like he'd collapse any second. Diana was heartbroken, trying to pull him into a hug. But Claire and Mia kept blocking her. Jordan, you don't have to go overseas. Dad, are you serious? Diana lit up. Mom quickly added, but Jordan, you're still a boy. And you're not blood related to us. With so many girls in this house, it just isn't appropriate. So I've decided you'll be moving out. Jordan never imagined he'd be kicked out on the very first day their real son came back. He felt like his soul left his body. The next second, his eyes rolled back and he fainted, hearing him hit the floor. Diana rushed forward, but Dad shoved her hard aside. Mom gave a firm order too. Someone carried Jordan downstairs. He'll personally take him to his new place. Jordan was faking it and never expected Mom to be this decisive. All he could do was mutter with his eyes closed, Mom, Dad, I love you. You heard him say that. And cringed so hard you could dig a 2-bedroom apartment with your toes. Help me who starts talking in their sleep the second they pass out. That's just ridiculous. Once Jordan realized he was in the backseat of the car, he opened his eyes right away, but he never expected Mom to be riding along with him. She happened to glance back right then. What timing. Their eyes met. Jordan tried to shut his eyes fast, but Mom suddenly asked Jordan, do you have feelings for Diana? Then she quietly hit record on her phone in her pocket. Jordan pretended to think it over, rolling his eyes around Mom. Of course I love her, but my love for her is like looking up to her, the kind you have for family. Nothing romantic at all? Mom seemed to relax a little. Do you feel the same way about Claire and Mia? Jordan thought he'd figured out the right answer, so he quickly jumped in. Yeah, I love all 4 of my sisters equally, no favorites. They're all tied for second place. First place is you and Dad. Hearing that, Mom felt a pang in her chest. Jordan, Mom loves you too, but you saw how Diana reacted, so we need to keep you somewhere else for now. Don't worry, as long as you don't do anything out of line. And get along with Evan, you're still our son. Hearing that, Jordan relaxed a bit, already scheming ways to get Evan pushed out of the family, completely missing that Mom had been watching him closely the whole time. Utterly disappointed, Mom decided not to give Jordan the compensation card after all. After driving for over an hour, they arrived at a luxury apartment complex. Jordan's face darkened the moment he saw it was just an apartment. The building manager came to open their door. Mom, hello, young Master Jordan, hello. I'm the manager here at Fueling Residences. My last name is Ho. Call me anytime you need anything, here's my card. Jordan ignored the card and buried himself in Mom's arms, sobbing uncontrollably. Mom, I don't want to live alone. I don't want to leave you guys, Manager Ho spoke up. Young Master, it's very safe here. If you get lonely, you can meet the neighbors. Everyone in your building is male, some close to your age. I'm sure you'll get along great. Mom gently patted his back, slowly pulling him out of the hug, then signaled Manager Ho with a look, who guided Jordan aside. Meanwhile, Mom slipped back into the car and locked the door, saying, Jordan, you're grown now. You need to learn to stand on your own. Mom has things to take care of. Without waiting for Jordan's response, the driver smartly started the car right away. Jordan glared with pure hatred at the car driving off into the distance, fists clenched, thinking of nothing but young Master Evan. Let me show you to your room right this way. Manager Ho kept wearing that same unreadable smile. By the time Mom got home, she felt a little dizzy. If Jordan and Diana hadn't made her so upset, she wouldn't have skipped dinner entirely. Mom felt a pang of sadness for the first time. Then a maid suddenly came up to her. Mom, Claire, Mia, and Evan are all waiting to eat with you. Her expression shifted instantly. After such a cold night, that little bit of warmth hit different. This wasn't how her family used to treat her, so there was only one explanation. Then she quickly headed to the dining room. The three of you were chatting happily in the living room after watching an episode of that drama. They weren't actually holding dinner for Mom on purpose. Dad had stormed off to deal with work, and no one knew where Diana had gone. You all just got too caught up in the show. You finished the episode before heading back down. Claire spotted Mom, and suddenly felt guilty you're back. Mom gave a gentle smile, been waiting long. Let's get the food out. Claire looked confused. Waiting for what we weren't? Right as she opened her mouth, you covered it. Come on, sis, don't say that out loud. This could end up trending online after dinner. All four of you went for a family walk. You ran right into Jordan out hunting for a midnight snack. You teased, look who it is. Mr. True Love himself. I heard I get to stay because you talked Mom and Dad into it. Don't think that means I'm calling you my brother. My only little brother is Evan. You shot right back fine. He'll drop the brother title too. I can't even deal with this anymore. Need to find Diana a therapist tonight. Claire and Mia jumped back startled and quickly explained. We're not Diana, we're not that messed up. Jordan was too embarrassed to stay downstairs, so he grabbed his food and rushed up to his room. Oh right, Evan, Mom's got a get-together, wanna come meet my friends. Sure, why not? The next morning a maid knocked on your door bright and early. Mom asked warmly at breakfast. Evan, did you sleep well? Pretty good. The bed was comfortable. Someone will bring some clothes over later. Pick out whatever you like. You nodded, but thought to yourself, there's actual crab meat in this sandwich. Rich people really do it different. We've already set up a card for you. 500 grand deposited every month. They'll be delivered later. You calmly accepted like it was nothing. But inside you were losing it in dramas. 100 million is nothing. But in real life, 500 grand is basically your whole life after breakfast. A stylist came by to give you a sharp new look and dressed you up nice. The family couldn't help but praise you. Guessing Dad really did raise you, right? Just built different. Soon it was time for the get-together. 3 wealthy ladies were already standing outside the tea garden waving at you. Let me introduce him. This is my son, Evan. He was sick a lot as a kid, so we consulted a fortune teller, who said he'd need to grow up somewhere simple to build up good fortune now that he's past that rough patch. We brought him back home. I see. He really does look like you, sweetheart. Auntie didn't know you were coming today, so I don't have anything special ready. Take some tea leaves home with you later then. Aunt Rachel with her bright red lipstick spoke up. So which school does your son go to? Claire's stomach dropped. She knew you had a community college cosmetology degree and started working for your adoptive dad right after graduating. But you just smiled calmly and said, I've already graduated. Aunt Rachel pursed her lips, thinking this kid doesn't seem all that impressive. She needed to save face this time, so she kept pushing. Since you've graduated, what do you do for work now? You felt a little awkward trying to change the subject, but you kept your voice steady. My job is super simple. I just run a little shop. Managing daily supplies for a whole neighborhood, that's about it. Aunt Megan chimed in with praise. Wow, that's impressive, starting your own business so young. Not really, my dad just wanted me to get some early experience. So he had me try it out, but to those 3 women, what they heard was, Dad values this kid enough to fund an entire company for him, grooming him as one of the heirs. Mom, who knew the real story, could barely keep a straight face, holding back laughter. Soon everyone piled onto the sightseeing cart. A few minutes later, inside a tea room at a wooden table, sat a pretty girl with braided pigtails getting ready to refill tea for the wealthy guests. Once everyone was seated, the braided girl smirked and started typing on her phone. Just ran into some new money in town, especially that Chen family lady. Her son might be putting on airs. I literally just poured them basic Hanzhong green tea and they're acting like it's top shelf Longjing. Watching them drink it is honestly hilarious. You got thirsty and kept drinking cup after cup. Then a weird feeling hit you. Mom, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Excuse me, where is the restroom? The girl blinked and thought it out loud might be hard to find. Let me walk you there. You rushed off to the bathroom to handle business. The braided girl rolled her eyes and went back to texting. Bro, that Chen kid they took back is so rude. I helped him out and he didn't even thank me. You finally sorted things out, thanks. By the way, the braided girl spoke up. No worries, that's just my job. Speaking of, you said you can tell good tea from bad. So what did you think of that tea? Honestly, it was pretty average. Nothing special, but my mom was right there, so I had to save her face a little. Julian was pretty caught off guard by your answer. So what kind of tea do you actually like? You answered without even thinking. Honestly, I like most milk teas. Young Master Chen, are you joking right now? Why would I joke about that? Don't tell me you've never had milk tea. You thought to yourself, this girl has it rough, all her money going straight home. Can't even spend it on herself. Julian noticed you looking at her weird and got instantly annoyed, so you held out your phone to her. Since you've never had it, my treat, pick whatever you want. Julian, just to mess with you, pick the fanciest looking milk tea on the menu. You winked at Julian. It'll take about 20 minutes to arrive. I'll go pick it up with you. Julian saw how eager you were and started wondering if her identity had been exposed. Right when you got back, Aunt Lucy asked, by the way, how come you didn't bring Jordan today? You answered casually he was busy. Aunt Rachel suddenly thought of something and asked, hey Evan, I never got to ask. Why exactly is your last name Chen? You crossed your arms? Brows furrowed, dead serious. You really want to know? Yeah. I'm curious. Aunt Rachel loved the drama already, so bring it on. So here's the thing, my fate was too fragile as a kid. Couldn't handle a life of wealth, so to trick fate itself, my parents placed me with a regular poor family that was the only way to dodge an early death. All 3 wealthy ladies looked totally lost. Julian nearly burst out laughing, thinking, wow, this kid can really make up stories, right? Then your phone rang. You jumped up and grabbed Julian, telling everyone, "I'll be right back, grabbing delivery here." You handed the milk tea to Julian, even though Julian thought the bright color looked pretty unhealthy. She took it anyway, thinking, I'll just take one sip. If it's bad, I'm spitting it right on Evan's face. Julian braced herself like it was a life or death moment, closed her eyes and took a sip, and suddenly a refreshing strawberry and milk flavor filled her mouth. She drank more than half before pulling away, letting out a satisfied sigh. "Let's exchange contacts, I'll pay you back." The two of you headed back to the tea room, only to find Jordan sitting there. You calmly walked back to your seat. "Oh bro, where did you go?" Jordan asked sweetly. "Went to grab some delivery." Jordan's face twisted a little. "Everything here is so natural and healthy. How could you order delivery? Is that just an old habit of yours? Maybe you should work on that." "There's nothing to work on. This food came from the air too, you know. Maybe you should stop breathing then." Aunt Rachel jumped in. "How can you talk to your brother like that? He's just looking out for you," hearing that you casually asked, "Is that so? We'll be the judge of that, auntie. I've heard some people meddle in other people's business because their own mess is too big to handle. Is that you?" Aunt Rachel turned red with anger. "Look at Evan here. He wasn't raised by you guys, that's why he's like this." Mom shot back with a fake smile. "He's actually very well behaved. He's just curious, that's all. Speaking of which, I've heard your husband has been meeting some new actress late at night for business." Aunt Rachel's face went from pink to purple. Aunt Megan quickly stepped in. All right, let's all just drink our tea. Can we get a fresh pot, please?" Jordan sighed while looking at you. "Bro, see, only a place like this fits our status. So please, no more delivery, okay, bro? You didn't bother arguing." Jordan felt like he was punching a pillow, got nowhere. Then his eyes lit up, and he started up again. "Oh, by the way, bro, I heard Mom cut him off before he could finish." Jordan, "What were you about to say?" Aunt Rachel quickly asked Jordan. Jordan glanced nervously at Mom and stammered. "You saw he was up to something again and cut him off first." "It's nothing, he's actually not a Chen family kid. He's from the family that adopted me." Jordan was completely shocked. The other three ladies looked stunned too. You calmly landed the final blow. "That's probably why he didn't want to say it. It's okay, bro. I won't look down on you. I grew up in a house that ordered delivery too, after all." The room went dead silent. Julian was holding back laughter. So hard her stomach was cramping, so she just texted about it instead. Sending a wall of laughing emojis to her friend Jordan, looked at Mom with teary eyes. "I'm not," Mom sighed and said, "There's no point hiding it now. Evan is right. Jordan is just my adopted son." Jordan froze, wide-eyed, staring at Mom in shock. "Mom, what am I wrong?" Jordan shot up from his seat and stormed out the door. "Sorry for the trouble, everyone." "Ah, he's so dramatic. Should put him in showbiz, he'd do better than Maya. That vibe is straight out of a romance drama male lead." You laughed. After the gathering, you waved goodbye to Julian and drove back to the Chen house. The moment you got out, you noticed another very expensive-looking car parked outside. Mom spotted the car and looked at you a little nervously. The second you stepped inside, a maid announced, "Ma'am, Miss Lily is here and she's brought Jordan with her." Mom heard Jordan's name and her face darkened completely. She kept a stern face as she walked into the living room with Evan. "Lily, it's fine, I'm okay. Don't worry, I'm going to get you justice." "What brings you here today, Lily? I didn't even know you'd be coming." "Sorry, I just got back into town. Apologies for the poor welcome." "You're too kind, Mrs. Chen. I heard Jordan got kicked out of the house. I don't understand why my fiancé was sent away. Lily might not know this yet. We've recently found out Jordan isn't actually a blood relative of the Chen family. We also have several daughters around his age, so having him live here just isn't appropriate anymore." Right after Mom said that, Jordan clenched his fingers and blinked as tears started falling. Lily said angrily, "This is completely unfair. Jordan grew up in your family. I thought everyone here treated him like actual family. And now you're kicking him out just to make room for someone else. So what if we are—" "It's fine, Mrs. Chen, let me make one thing clear. A man like that would never be good enough for me. I hope you all stop making decisions about who I marry without asking me. I'm not marrying just anyone." You shouted, "So you're saying you refuse to marry me?" "Exactly. Do you not understand plain English? Oh, so you dare reject me. Now, a mad lady, you have no idea what you're in for." You happily grabbed a drink off a maid's tray, walked right up to Lily and dumped the whole thing over her head. Then you smacked Jordan hard right as everyone stood there in shock. You leaned in and whispered to Lily, "As it happens, I can stand you either. You want to marry me? You're not even close. You're basic gold digger material." At best, oops, looks like the lady's dress got dirty. Let's show her out before she stains the carpet too, so get out already. Take your precious love and go. You're a grown adult. Show some backbone, go. Tell your parents the engagement is off yourself. Then you walked straight upstairs without looking back. By the time you came down for dinner, both of them were already gone. At the dinner table, Dad spoke up. "Evan, you were way out of line today. In a few days, I'll take you to the Lias." To apologize to Lily, you asked calmly, "Dad, does this family actually need the Liu family's help to keep our business running?" You just got back, so you might not fully understand. Our families are business partners. We supply the goods. They handle the trade channels. It's mutually beneficial. So what do I get out of marrying into the Liu family? A wife who doesn't love me and would cheat with my brother. Sure, families like ours don't exactly prioritize love. But if that's the case, why not just have Jordan marry into the Liu family instead? Is it because you're not even sure Jordan can still bring value to the Chen family? And maybe the Lius don't think marrying Jordan would strengthen the partnership. Either Dad looks surprised at your words. Dad, let's use this as a chance to test the Lius if they still want to keep working with us. They'll come back around as long as they need this partnership. They won't just walk away from tying the knot with our family if they call off the engagement. That tells us something too, Dad. You could always try another distribution channel, right? Dad rubbed his chin thinking it over, then finally agreed with you. Meanwhile, you thought to yourself, man, I have no idea what I just said back there. The next morning at breakfast, Claire rushed over the second she saw you leaning in to gossip. I heard you totally humiliated Lily yesterday. I wouldn't call it that. I just tossed a drink on her, that's my brother for you. Honestly, I've never liked Lily anyway. Diana happened to come down the stairs right then. What are you two talking about? Nothing much. Just that Lily showed up yesterday wanting to marry Evan. No big deal, Diana asked quickly. Was Jordan there yesterday? Yeah, he was. Lily was actually the one Jordan called in to get back at Evan. Oh, those two, one was crying her eyes out, and the other was furious over his precious brother. It was quite the scene. Of course, I'm sure there's a soft spot for you too somewhere in Jordan's heart, sis. Diana lost it, instantly ready to push past everyone and go see Jordan, but she ended up getting grounded by Mom instead. Or she'd lose her position at the company entirely after breakfast. Mom told you. The family recognition banquet is set for 3 days from now. A designer will stop by soon with a gift. Right then your phone rang. Jake's goofy voice came through. Yo, Evan, where you been, man? Came by the corner store looking for you, couldn't find you anywhere. You lowered your voice, gotta tell you something. Don't freak out, but bro, I'm basically rich now. No way, prove it, Venmo me $50. Wait, it actually went through, spill it. How'd you end up loaded? So you told him everything that happened these past few days. Man, that is rough, and that Jordan guy? That's why I said temporarily rich, guess this whole rich life could end any second. Bro, you gotta shut him down for real. Kick that Jordan guy to the curb. Already did, Jake paused. Then couldn't help but laugh, man is weak. Haha, yeah, honestly, I bet he'll try something at your family banquet like set you up somehow. Push you in the pool or wear the exact same outfit as you, just to look better than you. You muttered to yourself. No way, I literally just picked this outfit today. Jake slammed the table excitedly if he shows up in the same fit. Let's bet a season of streaming premium you're in too. 3 days flew by and before you knew it, the banquet day arrived. Don't be nervous today, little bro. Claire suddenly felt very responsible. We got your back. You looked completely unbothered. I'm not nervous, while thinking to yourself. Drama usually strikes when the parents and older siblings get distracted by something else. If something does go down, these two probably won't even be around. You put on those sharp-looking pants, and the family headed to the old Chen estate. As you slowly walked into the hall, you looked up to the second floor, and saw two elderly figures standing right above the entrance. Evan. It's Grandpa and Grandma, Claire explained sweetly. Don't be nervous, let's go say hi to them. They've heard all about you and have been dying for us to bring you over to meet them. Mom said gently. The guests who had arrived early noticed the guests of honor arrive, and all eyes turned to you. Suddenly the main doors opened again and everyone instinctively looked over, only to see Diana holding Jordan's arm making a grand entrance in front of everyone. You couldn't help but cover your face. Unbelievable, speak of the devil, this kid never learns. Dad couldn't hold back his frown. Either the rest of the family looked equally annoyed, because Jordan was wearing the exact same pants as you, but you weren't even fazed. So you just kept walking up. Jordan had been waiting for you to blow up, but you just gave him a quick glance and turned away, so he rushed forward instead. Bro! He shouted loudly. Pulling everyone's attention back after they had already moved on, you sighed in exasperation and turned around. Hey buddy, I'm not your brother, we aren't even related by blood. I'm the actual son of this family. Jordan's face went white instantly. Diana rushed over to shield him. I don't accept this, brother. Jordan is my only brother, you replied indifferently. Grandpa David watched everything unfold from the second floor, his sharp features softening as he stroked his beard and turned to his wife. I really like this grandson. We just got back. Grandma Helen smiled warmly and agreed. Right, he's named Evan, isn't he? I'll give him my watch later. By the time they finished chatting, you had already made it up to the second floor. Claire greeted them warmly. Grandpa, Grandma, long time no see. Evan introduced you politely. Grandpa, Grandma, this is Evan, our newly returned brother. You gave a quick greeting. Grandma please took your hand warmly and said, Good. You got the best of both your parents. What a handsome young man. Thank you, Grandma, but honestly, you're the one with all the elegance. That dress suits you perfectly. Not many women your age can pull off a dress like that or have the figure for it. Grandma, what's your secret for staying in such great shape? It had been a while since anyone flattered her like this. She couldn't help but break into a big smile. You're such a smooth talker, honestly, it's nothing special. Just eating light, going to bed early, and taking walks around the estate. You looked at her like she just dropped some wisdom, I see. Discipline and exercise really are the best beauty routine. Grandpa didn't like being upstaged, so he cleared his throat loudly, pulling everyone's attention to him. Wow, Grandpa, your presence is unmatched. Nobody at this party can compete with your energy. I almost didn't have the nerve to talk to you, but I'm your grandson. I think I deserve a little special treatment, right? Will you talk with me for a bit, Grandpa? Grandpa looked a bit flustered, sure. But the warm moment got interrupted by a voice. Grandpa, Grandma, long time no see. We brought you both a gift. Everyone turned to look at Diana and Jordan with annoyance. Jordan stiffly handed over some health tea and a calligraphy scroll under everyone's piercing stares. Diana said with a sneer, "Wow, so nobody else brought a gift. Guess coming back doesn't teach you basic manners or courtesy." Jordan quickly played peacemaker. "Sis, don't say that. Evan just got back, he doesn't know how these things work. Besides, it's fine, since we brought gifts." You raised an eyebrow sarcastically. "Isn't today my family recognition banquet? If anyone should get gifts, it's me. Why are you two giving Grandpa and Grandma gifts on my day? People might think you two have an agenda." Mom specifically called out Diana Evans, right? "Next time, don't just hand out gifts wherever you feel like it. I didn't raise you that way. If you're not interested in Diana's and Jordan's little show, alright, everyone stop standing around. The party already started. Let's introduce today's guest of honor to everyone." Grandpa grabbed a mic from a staff member. "Everyone, thanks so much for coming today. Today is really about introducing all of you to our real grandson, Evan." Hearing Grandpa's announcement, all the guests downstairs put on just the right amount of surprised expressions. Then Grandpa handed the mic to you to say a few words. You calmly took the mic, cleared your throat, and said, "Hi everyone, thanks so much for coming to my family recognition banquet today. Appreciate you all being here. Hope you have a great time." As soon as you finished, people applauded. Soft music started playing right on cue, and the crowd came back to life like they'd been unfrozen. Chatting, sipping drinks, snacking on appetizers. Meanwhile, Jordan stood like an ignored clown, alone in a corner on the second floor, not sure what to do. Mom then decided to settle the score. "Jordan, why are you wearing the same pants as your brother?" Jordan looked totally lost. "Mom, I just grabbed a pair I liked. I had no idea Evan would pick this exact style, really." "I had no idea either." Diana sensed trouble, and immediately jumped in to protect him. "Mom, you guys just don't pay attention to Jordan enough. That's why I had our designer style him personally. You told me to look after him. Looks like you didn't take my words seriously." Then she walked straight downstairs. Seeing they got nowhere, you just treated them like they weren't even there, and walked right past them. But just as you were about to head downstairs, you suddenly lost your balance. Someone tripped you when you weren't looking. You used the momentum from the fall to grab the stair railing, pushed off hard with your palm, and landed yourself right on the banister. Sliding all the way down from the second floor to the first, Jordan was completely stunned. It wasn't until people started clapping and cheering below that he snapped out of it. He nearly bit through his own teeth seeing you were fine. The Chen family finally let out a breath. Then Grandma's voice turned ice cold. "Jordan, you lived in this house for a while and Evan is fine. So let it slide this once. Get out of here right now." "Grandma, why are you kicking me out?" She wanted to make herself very clear. "You tripped Evan, that's exactly why." Jordan put on his best innocent, teary eyes. "Grandpa, what are you talking about? I think brother just wasn't used to those shoes. He probably just tripped by accident." And right in that moment, Grandpa and Grandma completely gave up on him. Grandpa's brows furrowed, his mouth tightened. "Are you leaving or not? If you don't leave in 1 minute, I'll have security drag you out." Diana stepped in front of Jordan again. "Grandpa, how can you treat Jordan like this?" It was obviously the new kid who lost his footing. That's why he fell. If Evan had fallen, that would embarrass our whole family. But Jordan is different. He's been raised with such grace. He's the best son this family has. And he put so much thought into your gifts. You shouldn't be kicking him out. Grandpa wasn't about to put up with it and waved his hand behind him. Lock them both up in separate guest rooms. Nobody comes out until this party is over.